Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Primetime Wrestling, live from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm your host, JWR, and we're going to go right to the ring as we continue with the King of the Ring qualifying.
One fall, making his way to the ring from Denton, Texas, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Tornado, Barry Von Erich.
The Texas Tornado about to step into the ring and see if he can qualify for the King of the Ring. And folks, we have so much to cover here on tonight's program. If you missed the update that was posted shortly before we went on the air, Hulk Hogan was viciously assaulted last night in Cleveland, Ohio. And we'll try to get an update on Hogan's condition, but it does appear that he is out of the King of the Ring, and we'll have more details on that as the night progresses. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tornado has drawn the dead man.
And his opponent, accompanied by Paul Bearer from Death Valley, weighing in at 229 pounds, the $1 Million Champion,
The Phenom, The Undertaker, making his way to the ring. Of course, The Undertaker recently capturing the $1 Million Championship off of King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania. Certainly one of the more shocking moments. Ted DiBiase and his $1 Million Championship now in the wrong hands. The Money Incorporated struggling, trying to find their footing after losing that title. The Undertaker, what a sight to see. Especially kicking off things here on Primetime. So here we go as the King of the Ring qualifiers continue. It's the Texas Tornado and the Undertaker. And right out the gate, the Undertaker attempting a suplex, but the Tornado with a good reversal right there. But the Undertaker just too big and too strong. Roll up here. Only a 1 count. And the Undertaker taking the Tornado down hard. Tornado, though, blocking that right hand. Now pushing the Undertaker back into the ropes. A hard back elbow, though, and the Undertaker's right back on top. Dropping a leg on that arm, working over that left arm. And the Undertaker quickly sliding out of the ring. And Tornado able to knock him off the apron. The Undertaker, though, right back to his feet, right back into the ring. As the Texas Tornado really laying it into the Undertaker here, folks. Undertaker able to kick out of that attempted leg hold. And now the Tornado with the reversal. Misses with the splash in the corner, and the Undertaker, I think that might have just made him angry, and that's not something you want to do with the Phenom. Just laying in to the Tornado in the corner. And he's going to bring him out of the corner the hard way. So much to cover tonight on Primetime. Again, if you're just tuning in, if you missed the update, if you've been living under a rock, hold on a second here. The Undertaker dropped face first across the turnbuckle, and the Tornado unleashing a vicious side here. But if you're just joining us, just finding out, last night after a live event in Cleveland, Ohio, Hulk Hogan made his return. First time he's been in action since WrestleMania, and has lost to the Ultimate Warrior. And after the match, after the event was over, Vader, out of nowhere, attacked Hogan out in the parking lot. Oh, here's a cover by the Undertaker after that side slam. Only a 2 count, though. Vader attacked Hulk Hogan in the parking lot, causing some serious injuries. What we can tell you is that Hogan has 2 broken ribs and a lot of internal bruising. And the Undertaker looks like he's setting up for, here it is, it's going to be the Tombstone Pile Driver. And this is going to be the beginning of the end for the Tornado. And there's the 3 count. The Undertaker picking up the win and advancing here in the King of the Ring tournament. And he does it in style. But as I was saying, folks, Vader injuring Hulk Hogan. He's got 2 broken ribs, a lot of internal bruising. Hogan was scheduled to compete tonight in the main event against ravishing Rick Rude for qualifying for the King of the Ring. But as of now, Hogan unable to compete. So we don't know who's facing Rick Rude in the main event tonight. But we do know that The Undertaker's moving on. The Undertaker has qualified here on Primetime as we continue to move towards the King of the Ring. What an opening match here on Primetime. And we're going to go ahead and keep things rolling for you, folks. As we get ready for our next match. As we continue with the King of the Ring qualifiers.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, representing the Wild Samoans from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 326 pounds, 1/2 of the World Tag Team Champions,
Alpha making his way into the ring. Alpha trying to qualify for the King of the Ring tournament. One half of the tag team champions, the Wild Samoans. The tag team division is just red hot right now here in the World Wrestling Federation. And in fact, after this match, we are going to see a bitter tag team rivalry match between the Hart Foundation and the Steiner brothers as they look to try to secure a top spot, hopefully challenge for those World Tag Team titles. But right now, Alpha is not thinking tag team. He's thinking singles competition, and he wants to qualify for the King of the Ring. He's going to have to go through the $1 Million Man to get there. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. You got to wonder how he's feeling about The Undertaker carrying around that $1 Million championship after Taker took it off of the $1 Million Man's chosen man, King Kong Bundy. If he's smart, though, he's going to keep his mind focused on the match here he's got against Alpha as he tries to qualify for the King of the Ring. There we go. Alpha against Ted DiBiase as the King of the Ring qualifiers continue. And DiBiase right out of the gate. Huge clothesline taking Alpha to the ground. And there's a big chop sending Alpha right down to the canvas. And DiBiase now laying the boots in on Alpha. Dropping the fist right into the face. Alpha not able to get his feet under him here in the early goings. And DiBiase now, that's a blatant choke. Ref, get in there. DiBiase up to the middle rope. Beckoning for Alpha to get back to his feet. And a huge double axe handle off that middle rope. And dropping an elbow. Alpha. And here's Lou Albano up onto the ring apron. Trying to cause a distraction. He's got DiBiase's attention. It's given Alpha a chance to recuperate here. And Alpha's back to his feet. The distraction does its job. Alpha with a headbutt. There's a cover. Not even a 1 count, though. Alpha definitely seems distracted, if you could say that. I don't know. Oh, what a move. I don't even know what to call that move. All I know is it was effective. You got to wonder if Alpha's worrying about the tag team titles and a potential defense of those titles. But right now, it looks like Alpha's back in the game here against DiBiase. Huge diving shoulder block all the way outside of the floor. Alpha dropping a headbutt to the midsection. DiBiase in a lot of trouble here on the outside. These men have to be careful, though. If either of them are counted out, they will lose this match, and they will be out of the King of the Ring. DiBiase hard into the steps. Referees at a count of 6, folks. Alpha now with DiBiase. Gonna send him back into the ring at the count of 8 and just barely beating that 10 count. As we're back in the ring, Alpha attempted some type of bear hug there. DiBiase with the reversal. And DiBiase back in control here. Big backbreaker. Alpha's in trouble. Count of 1, count of 2, only a 2 count, folks. Alpha able to survive. And DiBiase right back on the attack here. Huge kick to the midsection. And a scoop. And he drapes Alpha across the top rope. DiBiase now going high risk all the way to the top rope. Drops a leg. A la Hulk Hogan. And DiBiase now waiting for Alpha. Alpha dazed and confused. DiBiase looked like he might have been going for the $1 Million Dream there. And Lou Albano is back on the ring apron again, but right back off as Alpha gets taken down hard. Wait a minute, what's going on here? So while Samoan's music is playing, DiBiase's waiting for Sika. There's no Sika, and here's Alpha. Huge slam. DiBiase is down. The distraction with the music of the Wild Samoans playing allowed Alpha to get right back into this. There's a huge Samoan drop. DiBiase's down, but able to kick out at 2. I have to admit, I thought Sika was going to make an appearance there, but it was just a distraction, and it was just enough as Alpha's back in full control of this match. And Lou Albano has thrown a kendo stick into the ring. The referee is seeing that now and going to have to get rid of that. Alpha now with DiBiase, and there's a nerve hold right on that shoulder and trap muscle, trying to wear DiBiase down. And DiBiase's in some trouble here. Here's a scoop. Turnabout's fair play. DiBiase draped across that top rope, throat first. DiBiase, though, right back to his feet and got caught. You thought he had a chance there. Face first into the canvas. Alpha now. Just working DiBiase over. A hard right hand. Again, if you're just tuning in, there's an inside cradle. 1. Only a 1 count. If you're just joining us, folks, this is another King of the Ring qualifier. Already here tonight, The Undertaker's qualified. There was a kick. And there's a 3 count. Alpha knocking DiBiase out with that kick. What a move.
Here is your winner, Alpha.
Alpha moving on here in the King of the Ring tournament, qualifying. As this tournament will continue between now and the King of the Ring next month. But what a huge win for Alpha over DiBiase. And you can thank that timely distraction for putting Alpha in that position. All right, folks, we're going to take a little break from the King of the Ring action, and we're going to go up to a tag team contest.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Scott Steiner, representing the Steiner Brothers from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 255 pounds, Rick Steiner.
It's the Steiner Brothers. I thought this was going to be tag team action, but it sounds like they've only announced Rick Steiner. Be interested to see here. It does appear that this is just going to be Rick Steiner. So apparently this is going to be a one-on-one match, folks. A little bit of a change to our program.
And his opponent from Reno, Nevada, weighing in at 281 pounds, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
And here comes the Anvil alone. There's no sign of the Hitman. Both the Anvil and the Hitman qualifying last week in the King of the Ring tournament. They knocked out Demolition collectively. But you have to wonder where the Hitman is this week. Again, I had on my program that this was supposed to be a tag team match. And here they go, sizing each other up here, center ring. And they're going to lock up. Two powerhouses in there. A hard right hand from the Anvil sends Rick Steiner to the ground. And the Anvil now working over that left leg. I'm really wondering where Bret Hart is. And if that might be the reason that this was changed to a singles match. With the Anvil out here all alone, working over the Steiners. There's a count of 1. Scott Steiner, of course, looking on from the outside. The Anvil shooting him off the ropes. Missed and caught a knee to the gut for his troubles. Now backing him into the ropes again. Referee trying to call for a break. Not a clean one, though, as the Anvil gets a cheap shot in. And Rick Steiner just absorbing those blows. Ah, not going to absorb that one. Dropping him down to his knee. Back and forth here in this one-on-one matchup. And Steiner with a takeover. Demonstrating that amateur wrestling background. And backing Neidhart into the corner now. Referee again trying to get a break, and Neidhart again not allowing that clean break. There's a scoop. And Rick Steiner dropped face first across the top turnbuckle. That headgear not able to protect him. And there's a double axe handle. I thought Rick was going to knock him off the top rope there, but he missed. Anvil only getting a 1 count, though. There's a kick to the head. Steiner now with a go-behind. Reversed. Side headlock and a hard right hand. The Anvil clubbing away at Rick Steiner. Again, if you're just joining us, folks, we broke the news to you before we went on the air. Hulk Hogan injured last night in Cleveland, Ohio at a live event. Anvil now scooping Steiner up. Back and forth here in this one-on-one contest. Hulk Hogan was scheduled to compete tonight in our main event in the qualifying for the King of the Ring tournament. And Hogan injured at the hands of Vader in a vicious assault backstage. Hogan now out indefinitely with broken ribs. So we were scheduled to have Ravishing Rick Rude in the main event. We'll see what happens with that. As Anvil now, a camel clutch applied. Steiner able to break it. Rick Steiner trying to get just a couple seconds and get himself back into this. And huge running, rolling neck breaker there. And Rick Steiner is fired up. Steiner now taking Neidhart over to the corner, face first into the buckle. Steiner, second rope bulldog, that could be it. That is it, folks. And wait a minute. The Steiners have a chair. The Steiner brothers about to work over tonight. Wait, here's Bret the Hitman Hart. The Hitman with the save. The Steiners attempting to make this very personal, but the Hitman with the save. Very out of character for the Steiner brothers there. You don't normally see them attacking after the match, but here we go, folks. We're going to continue on. King of the Ring qualifying. And here comes the Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 289 pounds, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
The American Dream in action here tonight on Primetime. It's been a while since we've seen the Dream in the ring, but anybody who's anybody wanting to be in this King of the Ring tournament, trying to earn a shot at the WWF champion, currently the Ultimate Warrior, Dusty Rhodes, set for action here on Primetime. And he's going against the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
North Carolina, weighing in at 243 pounds, the Natural Boy.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, making his way out to the ring. We haven't seen Flair in action for quite some time here on Primetime either, folks. This King of the Ring tournament is something special. Folks, I've just been handed a couple of notes regarding the King of the Ring. First, it appears as though the Intercontinental Champion, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, being the top singles champion underneath the World Heavyweight Champion, has been granted a bye, and he is automatically entered into the next round of the tournament, so the Macho Man not having to qualify, like the Dream and like the Nature Boy. The other programming note, folks, is that we are still going to have our main event. It will still be a King of the Ring qualifying match. It will be Ravishing Rick Rude against a mystery opponent that we are not being told who it is. But right now, we've got the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, in there against the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And both of these men trying to qualify for the King of the Ring. Right now, exchanging blows back and forth now, with Flair getting the upper hand on the American Dream, taking him down with a knee to the head. Only a 1 count, though. Ric Flair now working over Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes getting back to his feet and immediately eating some hard shots from Ric Flair. Now leaned up against the rope, and Flair now, huge back body drop there. And forgive me, a suplex there, not a back body drop. And there's a knee to the face, right to the bridge of the nose. But he misses with the elbow. The Dream able to roll out of the way. And the American Dream now kicking things into high gear. And over the top rope onto the apron, but Dusty Rhodes able to fight back in. Flair meets him though, immediately hits him with a swinging neck breaker. Dusty Rhodes now winding up, huge uppercut. Just took Flair right out of his boots there. Flair, though, able to reverse any attempt at a follow-up. And Flair now with Dusty Rhodes up and into a powerbomb. A vicious move, not unlike what Vader did to Hogan. There's a knee drop. Only a 2 count. The Dream able to kick out. So that powerbomb, not unlike the powerbomb that Vader used to put Hogan out of action. Maybe not delivered with as much force as that powerbomb from Vader. And Flair still in full control here, dropping the knee across the face. And Dream's in trouble. Here comes the figure 4. If he locks us in, it could be all over. The Dream nowhere to go. Center of the ring. He's locked it in. And no, Flair breaking the hold. Going right back to work on that left knee. A lot of punishment endured in that figure 4. Right back to his feet, though. Dusty caught him, sending Flair off the top rope. Dusty Rhodes with a huge surge of adrenaline. Is he biting him? Flair now with a reversal. And the Dream set back down and again clutching that left knee. The damage was definitely done. That was definitely a surge of adrenaline that got the Dream back to his feet that quick, folks. He has endured so much punishment in that ring. Sent into the corner. Flair now with a scoop. A reversal into a DDT. A desperation DDT from Dusty Rhodes. And Rhodes now trying to fight back into this. Another DDT. And he drops a big elbow right into the chest of Flair. Referee out of position. There's only a 2 count. Had the referee been in position, that might have been a 3 count, folks. Dusty Rhodes with a scoop. Flair now reverses it into a DDT of his own. Dusty able to kick out of... There's the bionic elbow. He hit Flair with the elbow. Flair might be out. Rhodes dragging him back away from the ropes. There it is. Dusty Rhodes picks up a huge come-from-behind victory over the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Flair absolutely decimated the Dream, but the Dream was able to hit him just one time with that elbow. That's all it takes. And Flair was out for the count. As Dusty Rhodes continues into the King of the Ring tournament. And folks, we are now down to it. It is main event time here on Primetime Wrestling. Who is going to face Ravishing Rick Rude in the King of the Ring qualifying?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 240 pounds, Ravishing Rick Rude.
We have no idea who Rude is going to be facing. Rude was prepared to face Hulk Hogan. And Hogan taken out last night in Cleveland by Vader. Again, Hogan is out indefinitely with broken ribs. Unsure of his return here to the WWF. All right, let's find out. Who's it going to be? Oh my! The squealing tires can mean only one thing. It's the debut of Razor Ramon.
Weighing in at 287 pounds, the bad guy, Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon, we told you last week he would be debuting here on Primetime Wrestling. We were not thinking he was going to be in our main event. But when Hogan was taken out of the King of the Ring tournament, the bad guy stepping in. Gonna take his shot. Everyone wants in this tournament. You got to think about it, though. The prize for winning this tournament, you have to step in the ring with the Ultimate Warrior. He is currently the World Wrestling Federation champion, and that is what they are all fighting for. You win this tournament, you go on to meet the Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam for the WWF Championship. So here we go, main event, Ravishing Rick Rude and Razor Ramon, and Rude off to a hot start. Razor able to trip him up. Razor now with a running bulldog. The bad guy, Razor Ramon, working over Ravishing Rick Rude here. Rude, though, reverse that into a power slam. Rick Rude hammering away at Razor Ramon and dropping an elbow across his forehead. Ramon, though, back to his feet. And Rude going to try to take a bit of a breather. Pulling himself up, using the ropes on the apron. Ramon, a hard right hand. Rude, though, able to hang the bad guy across that top rope. Getting some separation. And now putting the boots in. And Rude now with an armbar. That's locked in tight. But Razor able to reverse it. Big knee to the head. And there's an inside cradle. Not even a 1 count. It was just enough to get that separation he needed. And a huge discus punch, taking Rude off his feet. Razor Ramon looking good so far in his debut here on Primetime Wrestling. And now Rude with Razor Ramon into the ropes. And he's working over that left arm. Rude now sending Razor into the corner. Some hard right hands. And Razor Ramon is down. Rick Rude up to the top rope. Huge drop kick from the top rope. Razor's in some trouble here. And Rude now mocking Razor Ramon. Running start and driving a knee right into his chest. Razor able to kick out, though, after a count of 1. And Rude now. Uh-oh, Razor. Fall away slam. Razor's done playing with Rude here. Trying to set him up, pulling him away from the ropes. Count of 1, count of 2. Only a 2 count. Rude able to kick out. And Rude now trying to make a comeback, but he got caught in a jawbreaker. And Razor now slamming him face first into the corner. And now thought he was going for a back suplex there, but it was reversed from Rude. And Razor now going to peel him right out of the corner. Going right for the cover. You can tell Rude really wants to stay in this. He's even got the Ultimate Warrior on his tights. He's thinking about that World Heavyweight Championship, but he's got to get through Razor Ramon first. Big knee to the gut. And Rude now back in full control over the bad guy. And a big splash, a la the Warrior. And Rude might be doubt. Rude might do it. Razor's in trouble. There's a reversal. Razor Ramon, big time reversal there. And Razor Ramon now with a scoop. And there's that fallaway slam again. And Razor Ramon over the top rope, making his way to the top. Rude back to his feet. Huge double axe handle right off the top rope. And here we go. We might be looking at the Razor's Edge, folks. He's got him up and down. And that's all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen,
Here is your winner, the
Razor Ramon stepping in,
Razor Ramon.
filling the spot that was left from Hogan getting taken out by Vader, and the bad guys moving on in the King of the Ring tournament. What a night it's been here, folks. We had The Undertaker, Alpha, Dusty Rhodes, and Razor Ramon all qualifying for the King of the Ring. We also saw that heated confrontation between the Steiners and the Hart Foundation as that rivalry just continues to heat up. The Steiners tried to attack the Anvil with a chair post-match, but the Hitman made the save. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed all the action we brought to you here tonight. We'll continue to try to bring you updates on Hulk Hogan's condition, but as of now, he is out indefinitely. And the King of the Ring tournament continues on. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm JWR. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week here on Primetime. Good night, everyone.